Like a Boss is the name of a Saturday Night Live skit. The connotation that comes from it is that someone does something with authority, where they're the one making the decision even if people around them feel otherwise. They're the boss. Now, over time, this has come to have a different connotation for me. And if you go to Like a Boss compilations, if you'd use that as a search term on YouTube, you will find there are a large number of videos, and many of them dealing with skateboards, where what happens is someone is performing some action, some move, and things start to go horribly wrong, and you're sure it's going to end in disaster and perhaps injury. But it doesn't. They pull it out. They do it like a boss. That's the way the expression is used. Now, there's another expression, sort of similar, like a thug. And this is not referring to anything criminal. It is referring to someone who does not have the resources to perform their job, does not have, in our case, perhaps the skill or training, and yet they do it anyway. Someone who does what needs to be done despite adversity. I'd like to take these two ideas and suggest that on this YouTube channel, I can do a number of things, including helping you solve problems like a boss, where you go in and you make decisions that solve problems, and you can do things like a thug, where even if someone has not given you the resources that you should have, like perhaps training, that you still are able to perform your job. So part of this is going to pertain to what I call firefighting, where there's a disaster and you go in and fix it. The channel is also going to include other interesting, to me, SQL Server issues. And part of the thing that I want to do in my selection of topics is that if you do go and take a course, there will be an outline that will step you through things, but they very often don't prioritize what's is really important to know and what isn't. And I intend to help do that. I have done a lot of troubleshooting on SQL Server, and I've seen a lot of things. As I've often said when I'm encountering a problem I'm trying to fix, I may not be the smartest guy in the room, but I have probably seen more things done wrong from which I've learned than anybody else there. I'm going to try and make the videos on this channel at your level, but that's actually impossible because everyone will be at a different level. So I'm going to try to put in the descriptions of each video relevant things that I think you should know so that you can decide whether this is something you're interested in or not. I hope to have series of playlists of things that are logically sequenced, but initially I'm going to be making some videos out of order because I have certain things I want to mention as being very important. I also have some older videos from another channel that are not necessarily SQL Server related, but are programming related. I will be placing programming videos on this channel, mostly in .NET, and they are mostly focused on database access, SQL Server access through client-side code. But there may be some other topics I find interesting as well. I intend to remake videos from time to time. As I see your comments, discover things that I may have omitted and wished I hadn't, things that I could say better, things that I should correct. I hope there isn't too much of that. But I will be remaking the video. One thing I'd like you to remember, particularly if you're acquainted with SQL Server and the programming issues, my goal is to help people who don't understand. And that does not mean that I have to cross every T and dot every I on background information to get them where we need to be to solve a problem. We need to find a framework. They can find the framework of collateral things as they go on. But I want them to get to where they say, oh, I get that. If you dot every I and cross every T, very often you're involved in such detail, the point is lost, and the ability to perform the task we want to get to is lost. So I hope you enjoy this channel. Subscribe. Liking videos helps it appear on other people's lists of suggested videos, and that is appreciated. Comments are welcome. Please be nice about them. And thank you very much.